Hi everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Puzzle Agent 2. So yeah, the astronauts that have been out in the forest camping and cooking small animals, they've been driven insane by this little rotating dish attached to this red box here, the lunar ray. Yeah, apparently it turns people crazy. So, even including the poor skier whose apparatus is still there. Okay. So, you may see 3 puzzles here, but these all lead to the same puzzle. They all count for one individual puzzle. So, Mission Rock. The lunar ray alters the trajectory of the rock regardless of how it's thrown. Place the trees in a way where the rock bounces off of them to hit the Secret Service agent. Don't let the rock fly out of the forest. When thrown, the lunar array will force the rock in the following pattern: north, east, south, and west. And then the ray will keep repeating this pattern. So yeah, here's the rock. It launches, it's going to head north. Then when it hits an obstacle, it goes east, then south, then west. Hitting the border is going out of the forest and failing, so we'll put one here, make it bounce to the east. Put one there, make it bounce to the south. And it bounces off this one, goes west. It hits this one, goes north, hits this one, goes east again, and smacks the agent in the face. So while shooting them was out of the question, chucking a rock and knocking them upside the head is not. Works for me. The only way the rock can hit the agent is when the ray pulls to the right. This means the rock must be in the same horizontal row by the time this rock pulled north. Yep, there we go. So he picks up the rock and it smacks the agent directly in the skull. So the agent looks around. We can't pick up the rock again. That would mean having an inventory. Something this game doesn't do.
Now we've got to shut down that ray.
The only safe place for that ray is at the bottom of Lake Sven.
Keep an eye on the site while I check it out.
Agent Tethers, if the government gets that weapon, they'll be able to turn anyone into feral, screaming lunatics, just like my crewmates.
So now we know what happened to all the people that disappeared in the forest. Well, except for him. But all the people that disappeared in the forest, the gnomes got them and drug them here. And this thing either turned them insane, or they were attacked by the astronauts. Who knows? Either one is possible. But now the only thing we can click on in this screen is this. Meanwhile, all the little hidden gnomes are unable to penetrate the barrier.
That's their home. But the ray, it's repelling them, keeping them from returning home.
The gnomes want to be in the lander. So now, lander circuitry. Unlock the module. Using the control module, make a program to move all 3 electrons into their receptors. And this works much like the very last puzzle in the game last time. We input the directions here, and whatever we put in, all 3 of these will move to follow it. We don't want to get them in here, or here, or here, or here, but we've got to move all 3 up into these circuits. I'd go into more detail, but as you'll see, it doesn't matter much, because we can start, we go up, and then we want to go to the left, and get stopped by an FBI agent who now points a gun at us because he probably wasn't happy about getting hit in the head with a rock. And now they drag us off. And not to jail.
Locked in my own room. The story was that it was for my own safety. I guess I should be thankful they didn't send me to jail.
Probably. But now we've got to get out of this room. But first we must answer the phone.
Hello?
Nelson, finally!
Oh, hello, Jim.
Listen, it's about these Scoggins tapes.
Enough with the tapes already.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but you've got to hear this. I think you left your recorder on, or something. It's labeled Sighting Hotel Alley.
That's when I saw one of the hidden people whispering to Bo Murphy.
There's this weird sound. I can't make it out.
Wait, I know that sound. It was playing under Olav Velhaven's reel-to-reel. That explains it. Thanks, Jim.
Okay, but what does...
And also just
I
a trace
figured
of a
out how
song
Olav
there too,
Velhaven
huh?
was able to solve the problem of lunacy. It's the hidden people. He was inviting them into his cabin to speak to him. I've got to get back to Olav's cabin. And that means finding a way out of this room.
Yep. And we launch into yet another sliding furniture puzzle. The escape. Just like we've done before, only this time, only the dressers are going to be tall enough to block the windows. So this one and this one have to block that window and that window, and we still have to have a path. The key to this, get this bed over here. So let's see. And we can move the bed over us, so that's not a big deal. Let's see, if I'm not mistaken, yep, here we go. And there we have it. We get the bed out of the way, and now we have a clear path to the door. Yep, the bed and couch are too short to block the windows, but are in the way of moving anything. Moving the furniture so the bed's in the top left will get Nelson out of the room just fine. And Mr. Man down there sees nothing. Works for us.
Now, how did Olav get the hidden people to talk to him?
And we automatically go to Olaf's cabin. So, what we need to do is look around.
It's focused on the moon, just like Olav was.
And notice that nothing will actually change in here. Except for this.
The moist white flesh of the codfish. But enough of that. It is time to call my tiny friends.
Yes, what luck!
Come, speak with me, my friends.
Yeah. And now Nelson gets to learn what happens when a gnome whispers to you. You get teleported into space. Or at least it feels like it. So you can click anywhere, and now we have 4 gnomes, each representing a puzzle. So we will start with the one on the far right here. The Raccoon Spa. The one I like the least out of all these little chronological order puzzles. Oh yep, it's more of these puzzles needing, or more pictures need to be put in order. It's kind of difficult to tell, but what you need to do is see how many raccoons are on the bank where they start, and how many end up on the dock where they finish. So this is going to be your final picture. This is going to be your first picture. And then you have to kind of figure out, well, let's see. We have 2 raccoons here, 1 here, versus 1 here and 2 here. Well, they start out on the bank and slowly filter over to the docks. So you have 3, 2, 1, and 1 lone one over here. And this should be the correct order. And this explains it just about as much better than I can, even though it's still not much of an explanation. You just have to know the flow of the raccoon groups to docks, from docks to the lake to the shore. Whatever. I'm not a big fan of that puzzle. They put too many of these darn pictures in chronological order puzzles in this game. One down, and we hear screaming in the background. Huh. Well, not much has changed, except for now we've got the big pile of rubble over here. Huh. Okay, you? Solar rays. Get the sun's rays to hit the Earth using the angle of the satellites, but don't hit the moons or the asteroids. And this is another beam projection puzzle, only there's only one actual solution. The spurt comes out here, and we've got to maneuver around everything to hit the Earth. So the first thing we need to do is there, or else it'll hit that. And then start making it go serpentine around all this. And so it goes off, bounce, 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 and bounce over to the Earth. And blows the Earth up. Or should, you know. Directly focusing the sun ray on the Earth. Brilliant plan. Global warming to the extreme, huh? Okay. Only 2 satellites in the upper left to lower right configuration, so the shortest path isn't possible. So there we go. And now look at that. We now have Olaf's formula floating around our head. And we had rubble over here, now we have an astronaut with a face shield broken out there. And something floating behind you. Well, let's take you next. My 3 suns. 2 Earths are receiving light from 3 suns. A sun is connected to 1 planet, gives full power to 1 Earth. If connected to 2 Earths, the sun shares power evenly. Same as before, only now we've got a mystery. We don't know how much the suns are worth. Well, first, these 2 are using half power to provide power to that and divide power to that. So they're both providing 30 to here and 30 to here. This one has its full attention on here, meaning it has 10. Each of the first 2 suns has a power of 30. The suns split their power evenly and they send 15 units to first Earth and 15 to the second. Since the first 2 suns cumulatively send 30 units to second Earth, third sun must send the remaining 10 units to that Earth. And now a very happy Nelson stares at the moon, only to have a very big no. And something's going on in the background while while Nelson's out here in space. We have one more gnome we can click on for a puzzle, but we will do that next time. So until then, take care, folks. See you later.